Y'all, what's the deal, y'all? We're Sharper tapping in TNN Trap News Network, back in the same, like, cook, cracking the same, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's college, though, big dog. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. It's that knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. News you can use. Knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, man. We finna slide over here to this good Contiana. We about to get into another Young and Hefe style video. Baby B Brazy talking about getting put on different lanes when he was 9-10 years old, and I believe his mother was all right with it. So we finna see what's going on, man. Shout out to Baby B Brazy. Shout out to Young and Hefe. We finna get into this content. Without further ado, don't just get into it. Let's go.
One thing I noticed while we doing this interview is that you have a broken hand now.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how you broke your hand?
When I started off, I ain't had no broken hand. Man, with Quincy, I got a broken hand. I just, man, I ain't gonna lie. Shit, I just got down one of my boys, one of my older boys, one of my older homies. I just got down one of the older homies and shit. I ended up breaking my hand. Me and him had like a little miscommunication regular. I broke my shit fighting. That was literally like shit. Some weeks ago, probably like 2 weeks ago, whatever. I ended up fighting, broke my hand on him.
How bad did you break your hand? Like, where all did you break it at?
I broke it up here. Fucked over him. I fucked my hand up. You know, I had shit. Me and my boy had some miscommunication. Boom, boom, boom. He rock up on me. But it went bad. Shit, and I broke my hand. That's really what just happened. My older homie rocked up on me. I end up doing my shit on him and shit, and I broke my hand.
Okay, now can we take it back a little bit? You know, I'd like to get to know you a little bit better. You know, I know there's some stuff on the internet that we're not going to talk about, but you know what I'm saying, if we could just go back, you know, like what was it like for you growing up? What was your family life like? Were you born and raised in LA, or you know, when did you move to LA?
Yeah, nah, I was born and raised in LA for sure. I was born and raised in LA. Shit, my granny, like when I came out, I was at my granny house on the east side in the Swans. My family lived in the Swans on the east side. Shit, when I was going to elementary school over there during like pre-K, first grade, second, like shit like that. My mama got a house. We moved on Fig when I was in like 7, 8. Like I was around that age. We moved on Fig in the hood on 109th. Well, we really moved on 108th. Moved on 108th and shit. I started gangbanging. I started hanging with my friends and shit. Like everybody from over there. I was the youngest person, youngest one hanging around. Like when I was like 11, 12. When I was like 11, 12, my friends were like 16 and stuff. My friends are like 16 and shit like that. 17-year-old boys and shit like that. I'm like 11, smoking with them, drinking with them. You know what I'm saying? Coming to my house. My mom's called everybody's son in the hood. You know, so shit. I just grew up around. I started growing up around different lanes. My mama was connected in a group with the older homies. You know, my mama was young at the time. She knew all these people. Mama messing with people, doing little shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Man, it's the hood. I'm a young homie growing up. So it was like that. I got my name from my big homie. My big homie named Brazy, a rapper. He low-key, like, ran this little generation. He was somebody in his little generation. So I just took that. You know what I'm saying? And I just keep it going. Shit.
Okay, now you were 11 years old. You know, how do you even link up with dudes that are 16 years old and hang out with them? You know what I'm saying? You probably weren't going to school with them.
Right. Nah, I wasn't going to school with them, but shit, they was all the ones in the area. Like shit, I'd be outside in the front yard. You see people walking past. You see your friend, and if you see them walking past every other day, they in that area. You get what I'm saying? If I'm sitting in front of my yard and I see people walking past every day, they gotta be, most likely they gotta be from over there. They gotta be like kids from over there. So shit, I just start. I start like talking to everybody, meet people at stores, shit like that. Like, keep it real. I just start talking to everybody, meet people.
Now, this is a crazy situation, man. Sometimes circumstances of life become our circumstances of life. And I love how Baby B Brazy never disrespected his mother and gave his mother credit for her reformed lifestyle and ways of thinking and behaviors and all that kind of stuff. That's a beautiful thing. So I want to give a big shout out to his mother, a big shout out to him, because, you know, a lot of us don't get that chance to reform. A lot of us don't get those chances to right our wrongs. So big shout out to them for being able to not only get those chances, but take advantage of those chances. So that's a beautiful thing. As we continue to learn more about Baby B Brazy's story, it gives you an understanding to the type of man he is, and it gives you an understanding to why he may look at things a certain way or feel certain ways about certain individuals or certain conflicts, because it's literally in him. And unfortunately for him, he was given an unfair shake at life and an unfair deck of cards that he had to figure out. So with that being said, man, we praying for Baby B Brazy. We're sending our love to him and his family, and you know, free him until he's free. But in the meantime, between time, red dots to the left, y'all know the rest. Be better today than what you were yesterday. Be even better tomorrow, but today be at your best. It's free having no angel until he's free. Here we go.
No shit like that. Everything wasn't really. It was gang banging, but it wasn't. It was like a little family thing. Like shit. Everybody I paid for, everybody that was all hanging with each other. We all did good put on the hood though. Shit.
Okay, now I think you mentioned you got put on at 12 years old. What was that day like?
Yeah, shit, mom. I was outside. I was outside, man. My older homie Juvie, that was his name. Shit. He told her, he was telling everybody that like, man, like I still gotta get put on and shit like that. Like, man, I've been over here just gang banging and all that shit. You know, I've been over here with everybody like this whole time, but shit. I'm big enough to get put on now. So they took me to the back to like 16, 17 year olds or everything that age on Jesus Christ. They was older. You know what I'm saying? They took me back there. Probably like 16 for sure. People that put me on was like 16. They put me on the hood. Packed me out. Gave me, you know what I'm saying, regular little, you know what I'm saying, regular.
What did your mom think when she found out that you got put on?
My mama was damn near in the window, because after it was done, that's the first person I locked eyes with, my mama. But she knew my older homies and shit like that, so it was like that. My mama was really didn't want me smoking and drinking. My mama dad was a person that did drugs. So my mama was like, man, long as you don't smoke, man, like you good. She wasn't never tripping on me hanging with no friends and none of that. My mama was a blood too. She got red rags all in her house and shit like that. So it was something like that. She was young. She was messing up. Now she ain't with that. She ain't with it no more. I'm not saying I had a bad mom or nothing, but that's what was going on. Like, if you paint that picture, mama got red rags in her house and shit. Like, her couch is red, shit like that going on. Like, she was in the mix. She was messing. You know, my big homie, Big Brazy, she knew him and shit like that. Like, so that's who gave me my name. I ain't get my name. I ain't just claiming no name. You know what I'm saying? Got my name and all that.
After this happened, did your mom have a conversation with you or anything? You guys just moved on like nothing?
Man, I promise you, my mama told one day, mama told it was her and her friends. I came back from home. I came home, I just smoked a black mouth or some shit. Like, it was something that stank. It had to be a black mouth. Like, I must have hit a black at young ass age or something. When I came home, I smelled like it. And my mama beat me up. And her homegirl was like, man, you just beat him up because he just came here smelling like that. But he just walked in the door with like 8 boys that was older than him, gang banged out. They looked like they was off drugs and shit like that. She like, but you just beat him up because you talking about he smelled like smoke, like Doug. He smelled like smoke. He come in with like grown ass men and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So it was like that. Mama, from there, like I remember that day, my mom was just like, man, so what? I just don't want him. I don't want him smoking none of that shit. I don't know. I never knew why she was on that until I got older. Like, smoking is bad. You can gangbang because some gangbangers be coming out good. You can get money. Gangbanging ain't just bad either. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on what you do when you gangbang. Because gangbangers get money. It open up the door for a gang of stuff. It ain't just all about shooting and killing. None of that. That's not what my life is about either. Shit, I done had plenty of fun. I just got caught, I got caught up in this shit. Shit, I'm in jail though, but shit, it didn't define me though. You get what I'm saying? Like, what you rather me do? You rather me would have been in here and just, you know what I'm saying? Just lay it out, whatever. Or shit, I'm trying to do something. I make money. We make money. Me and bros, the who's. Man, we going crazy. Yeah.
Now, this is a crazy situation, man. Sometimes circumstances of life become our circumstances of life. And I love how Baby B Brazy never disrespected his mother and gave his mother credit for her reformed lifestyle and ways of thinking and behaviors and all that kind of stuff. That's a beautiful thing. So I want to give a big shout out to his mother, a big shout out to him, because, a lot of us don't get that chance to reform. A lot of us don't get those chances to right our wrongs. So big shout out to them for being able to not only get those chances, but take advantage of those chances. So that's a beautiful thing. As we continue to learn more about Baby B Brazy's story, it gives you an understanding to the type of man he is, and it gives you an understanding to why he may look at things a certain way or feel certain ways about certain individuals or certain conflicts, because it's literally in him. And unfortunately for him, he was given an unfair shake at life and an unfair deck of cards that he had to figure out. So with that being said, man, we praying for Baby B Brazy. We're sending our love to him and his family, and free him until he's free. But in the meantime, between time, red dots to the left, y'all know the rest. Be better today than what you were yesterday. Be even better tomorrow, but today be at your best. It's free. Have a new angel until he's free. We go.